Oh, so we're on here.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, welcome to the inaugural Barani and Burgs, or Burgs and Barani YouTube channel, episode number 1.
It's been a long time coming. Obviously, Burgs and I have been mates for many years. Probably too many years to count. Maybe 30-ish.
How old are you?
I'm 48.
He's lying.
Well, no, it's got to be. It's got to be like at least 30.
Yeah, well, that's true. I'm older. Look, I can film you. I'm an idiot, aren't I?
No, it's
You're
good.
an idiot, Kingman.
It's great.
So, look, what we're going to do is basically just not have any kind of format, but Phil's got a massive or a sizable collection of very old and rare and cool effects. This is the first one. It's the attack delay from Electro Harmonix. You tell the story.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'll just call you on that one. He's described it as the attack delay. It's actually not a delay. It's an attack decay.
See, I am an idiot.
No, you're not, because you know more about this stuff than anyone.
I don't.
And look, it's attack decay tape reverse simulator. So it's kind of not that. You know the technical term for it. It's like an envelope follower, but not a touch wah. But
there is a filter in there because it adds distortion, correct?
Well, yeah, and this is the unique thing about this thing. There's a really rare pedal out there and a highly collectible pedal by Boss called the Slow Gear. And what it essentially does is it does that volume violin effect sort of thing that you can get.
That you're now doing with your hand.
With my hand.
With your pinky.
It essentially cuts the beginning of the attack, the beginning of the note, right? Yeah. I'm actually not good enough.
Yes, you are.
To do it with my pinky. Although I did hear that apparently Telecasters were designed with that big knob.
Yeah.
So that you could do those sort of things, like the pedal steel effect, right? So
yeah, I do it a lot. I use it a lot
rather than with a pedal. Okay. So I guess in the 70s, these Electro Harmonix dudes, they're like crazy hippies, right? And so they were trying...
Mike Matthews, still a crazy hippie.
Exactly.
What a lovely bloke, though. Hi, Mike.
Yeah. So I guess they sort of made a conscious effort to create those sorts of effects that are done organically, but in a box.
Yep.
Yeah. So the Slow Gear does that. The attack decay, which is something I kind of like... I think I stumbled across it in a pawn shop somewhere, or a second-hand shop, a second-hand guitar shop.
Yep.
Pre-eBay, pre-internet.
Probably. Those were the days, the cowboy days, the pioneer.
Yeah.
When one could still pick up something that a million other bastards hadn't seen on eBay or...
Well, yeah, and you'd know as well as I that these things are only really worth as much as someone's going to pay for them, right? And there's a real market out there if you take a shot and you look around at all the pedals and the boutique pedals that you can get. And there's some pretty hefty price tags on a lot of those things.
There is. Look at the Klon.
Exactly.
It's mental.
It is mental.
Imagine if every truffle in the world had a digital tag on it that you could buy on eBay. It wouldn't be the same.
No, it wouldn't be the same. So before eBay, there were these weird Goonie Bird pedals that I used to sort of, for some reason they jump out at me and say, buy me. So I picked up a whole bunch of things like that, a whole bunch of Neutron effects.
Yeah.
But I really always loved just the look of Electro Harmonix effects, the way they were so kind of, in that stainless steel.
It's that folded stainless steel
thing. It's awesome.
I don't know if they still make them out of stainless steel. I think that... Well, I could be wrong.
Well,
but I've tried a few lately that haven't been as solid as... Definitely not as solid as that one. Can you tell us what vintage that might be?
I'm guessing that it's probably late 70s.
Right.
And the only reason I would make that guess is that these sorts of sounds are akin to the prog scene.
Yeah.
Happening around the time.
Okay.
Although, interestingly enough, it was the album by Fleetwood Mac, Rumours.
Yeah.
And the particular song was Dreams.
Yeah.
Where Lindsey Buckingham pulls this sound that I've always wanted to know how he got, and I'm pretty sure he just uses a volume pedal. But if you know the song, So that's just this pedal.
That's cool.
So
you can do that now. You can turn the edge off. There's an edge function. Excuse me while I just get up and walk around.
The edge function is off at the moment, right?
Yeah.
And I think just the straight up effect sound, it already has like a bit of an overdrive.
That's bad, isn't it?
That's okay.
Lesson number 1, Burgs.
It already has like an overdrive sound in it to give you a little bit of
so there's already some edge in it. It's not just purely clean.
No, unlike the slow gear. Right? So
okay.
In and of itself, it's
so what happens when you turn the edge on?
When the edge is on, it's just more distortion.
Oh, I like that.
And I guess
that's cool.
It's really cool.
I love that.
And what that would be good for is, let's say you're doing like a Hendrix tune or a Hendrix inspired. I actually just discovered this when we set it up before.
That's great.
The rhythm part at the start of a Hendrix tune called Are You Experienced is actually reverse tape, right?
Yeah.
But with this effect, you can kind of simulate that.
It's not spot on, but
it's not
even
spot on.
unto itself, it's cool, isn't it?
Yeah, and it works kind of pretty much. It works pretty well with the humbucker as well. And what I'd probably do is adjust the attack here to a little bit more severe. Actually, that's a slow attack.
Make the attack a little bit slower just to hear the difference.
A little bit slower. See, that's not attacking as much. So
Right, so you need to hang on to the note a bit longer to let it swell in, huh?
Now, the other thought I had is that it has a direct out as well. So you could probably have your rhythm part, which would sound something like coming through one amp, and then this with going sort of crazy.
Swell on the through another amp. Cool.
Yeah.
That's great.
So I guess the applications for this in today's music would be for those melodic...
Anything you wanted, really.
Well, anything you wanted, but like those melodic solos where you want to get a little bit of a different... sort of sound to it, with a bit of delay. Have we got any delay?
Yeah. I've got an Eventide H9 patched in here. There you go. Go for it.
So. All right, another pedal that Electro Harmonix make is the micro synth.
Yeah,
and I think
I've never owned one. Have you owned one of them?
I've used them in the studio and they're great.
Yeah.
And I think it's a similar ballpark to this. I actually don't know much of the technical stuff, like what they put in these pedals. I only know what they do. And
me too.
Yeah. And well, no, you don't. You know all the technical stuff. You do. You know all the jargon.
People think that I do. I don't.
Okay. Well, he does. So I do a gig doing a whole bunch of David Bowie stuff, and there's this tone that has eluded us all.
Turn the delay off?
No, it's good. So it's that long note in Heroes.
Oh,
right?
yeah, the Robert
Which
Fripp
was-
Ebo note.
Well, yeah, apparently it wasn't an Ebo. Apparently it was just super long sustain, right? But it's also got some other stuff, which, you know, Brian Eno had this little suitcase, which was his suitcase of tricks, and it had a whole bunch of things like this in it.
Yeah.
I don't know if it had this, but I was just the other day playing with this, and
Heroes experts should chip in to the comments
yeah,
page. So 'cause
totally.
I'm sure that there's a pond full of experts out there.
Oh, there probably are, and we sort of are interested, but if it becomes like a war of no, it was this, no,
Actually,
it was that,
ask,
you're wrong.
I can ask Reeves.
Yeah,
Reeves, I know Reeves.
yeah. Ask Reeves, right? Yeah. But I think I'm going to use this for that long sound, and it's sort of, if you can imagine the riff kind of going. I think that's going to work somehow. What do you reckon?
I reckon so.
I could even do it with the edge on, which would give it a bit more.
A bit more.
I think that's going to work.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And that's our first video.
That's our first video.
That's the Electro Harmonix
Rough and
Attack
ready.
Decay.
If you can find one, just buy it. I don't know how much they are, but they're really cool.
They are.
Really cool.
Surprised nobody's cloned it. That'll probably happen next week.
Yeah, exactly.
See you next time.
See ya.